Hello and welcome to another week of Eat Well Wednesday. This week we are cooking garlic bread tray bake with meatballs. So ingredients, what you're going to need is 350 gram of turkey thigh mince. You can use alternate mince, it's completely up to you. 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 large onion chopped, 3 garlic cloves crushed, 1 tablespoon of tomato puree, 2 cans of chopped tomatoes, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 150 gram mozzarella ball torn into pieces, garlic breadsticks or garlic bread, 25 gram of grated cheddar, and you can either use green salad or spaghetti. So step 1 is we need to combine our mince. So let me adjust the camera. I'm using 7% turkey mince, and this is roughly 500 grams, it says. So I'll be slightly increasing the ingredients, so chuck that in there. So step 1 is combine the mince. Just quickly wipe my hands out. Then get our oregano, and we need 1 teaspoon of this. So, oregano. Also, we're putting our fennel seeds. So 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds. And some seasoning. So bit of salt, not too much.
I'm sorry, that's strange. He says, well, it is because you sent him to me last week. I can't find him on system.
Then the next stage is get our hands in and give it a good mix together. The next stage is we turn our oven on and our cooking surface, the hob. Hob. What's wrong with hob? And then I'll just move this over here. And then what we do next is put a splash of oil in. And with our mince, we roll it. It's already maybe a bit smaller, so just roll it into little balls like that. You can do smaller ones if you choose. And then once I've done this, I shall be back. As you can see, they're cooking nicely. That's took up to now about 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is leave them in just to brown a bit more. But in the meantime, what we need is another pan, another frying pan. We need to splash a slight bit of oil in it. And then what we need to do in this pan is add our onions. You can slice them up as finely or as thickly as you want. whatever suits your style. So we've put them in there, and then what we need to do is cook them for roughly 10 to 12 minutes. And then once my meatballs are fully cooked or browned on the edges, which they're getting there, then what we need, then I shall be back and tell you what the next step is for both of these. As you can see, turkey meatballs are cooked, but if you want to make sure they're fully cooked, what you do, because with turkey I'm always a bit wary using turkey or chicken, is you can chuck that in the oven on 200 degrees for a bit longer. So with our onions, as you can see, they're cooked. I like them slightly char grilled, but all what you're doing is making sure they're soft enough. And I'm just going to turn that back off. So within that, what we do next is add our garlic. And then we cook that for a further minute or so. But in the meantime, if we get another pan, and what I'm going to do is, when I pan them, is also add to this my pasta. I'm using whole 50-50, so it's all flour, oatmeal and plain spaghetti. Doesn't matter if we do too much of it. And then what we've got here, which is the beauty of our kitchen, is straight to hot water. So we chuck that on our hob. Should already be quite warm. Chuck the meat up there. And then within this, as you can see, I've not used much oil, which makes it even more healthier. So then what we add is a tablespoon of tomato puree, I'm using a bit more, pop that in there, our chopped tomatoes, so we need 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. There. And the last ingredient is a slight bit of sugar. 2 teaspoons of sugar. And then what we do is leave that to simmer for roughly 10 to 15 minutes. So give it a good stir first. And then we'll just let that simmer, as I said, for 10 to 15 minutes. Our pasta's on. Our meatballs are in the oven. So I'll be back for the next stage. So see you then. Yep, so as you can see, folks, pasta is nearly cooked. At the same time, our sauces. So what we're doing now, so the next stage is, and this should be cold enough to touch now, is we're placing just our meatballs, dotting about on the surface. As I said, I did finish mine off it in the oven, just to make sure, especially with it being turkey and chicken. So we'll place them on top, and with this same tray, what I'm going to do, since it's basically putting it all together now, is I've bought sour breadsticks, and these take in the oven from chilled about 8 minutes it says. So I'm going to just pop them in. With our sauce and meatballs, what we add on top of that is our mozzarella. But what I'm going to do first is plate that up. So I'm just giving that pasta a couple of more minutes, and quite easily check if it is done. I'm just going to rub one strand if I can, if it lets me. I don't matter if I've got a few more. That needs a couple more minutes. So I'll be back for the final plate up. So yeah, welcome back folks. As you can see, everything's cooked. So what I'm going to do now is, when I get a spoon of some kind, or better still, easiest way with pasta is a fork.
Who was that?
So,
No, Sheffield number, it was old lady. Oh. She's obviously ran over. Hey,
yeah. Yeah. That's your pasta. And then with our meatballs, what's been nicely, steadily away cooking, chuck them on top. Have some more because my work colleagues don't eat that much. And then what I've done also is, that's a mozzarella ball, and all I've done is pulled it apart with my fingers. So we're adding a bit of that on the top. Oh, I love my cheese, folks. And then on top of that, all we're adding is a sprinkling of cheddar cheese.
Callum's doing this week while he's off.
And then the final piece to this is our ciabatta sticks.
I could live my life playing games.
Like the blood out my brains.
And they both do it, don't they?
Yeah. On different telly.
Yep. Put one at each side. And they're hot. And there you have it. A nice meatball pasta with garlic bread. This recipe serves free, so if you want to make more, just buy bigger portions. So till next time, take care and bye.